Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at ChicnScratch, and today is Tuesday, August 5th, and this is week 3 of the 12 weeks of Halloween. If you're watching this live, let me know if you can hear me. The lag is real. Okay, I see one thumbs up. That means you can hear me, right? I'm getting the live prizes real quick. Okay. Good evening, everyone. How are y'all doing? Hi there. Okay, perfect. Loud and clear. The sun is slowly going down. Yeah, there's no more glare anymore, thank goodness. Okay, so are y'all excited about week 3? We are here for one more Halloween tutorial. We normally make a box, but tonight we're making a fun fold card. So I'll go ahead and give you the backstory for this really quick. Last night, our team did our Chicks Paper Ink. Hey, Cam. We did our mystery stamping, and my downline, Kathy, organizes that. And so this was the card. So mystery stamping, if you've never done it before, you're given the measurements. Hi, Jamie. So you're given the measurements, and then she gives us clues throughout the night. And I sometimes really struggle. Kathy says she's excited to get her adhesive bundle. Yay! So I did participate last night, and I'm so excited about my card that I decided I have to show y'all today. And I don't typically do cards for the 12 weeks, but hey, people give cards for Halloween, right? Okay, so it's a fun fold card, and let me show you how it opens. And then I'll show y'all the chick candy. So it opens like this and like this, okay? Yeah, so pretty cool, right? You could technically, nope, you can't. Anyhow, I'm going to show you how to make this tonight. Marcy, I have not mailed your embellishments yet. I wanted to let you know that they got stuck under a piece of, under a pack of paper. So they are going in the mail tomorrow. I just happened to see your name. Hey, Jamie. Okay, see, I'm making the card. Okay, so the live prizes tonight, let me post the link for that really quick. So that way you guys can decide whether or not you want to enter to win. So here's the link, Command V, and then I'm going to go pin that really quick to the top so that people can find it. Let me mute this. Okay, let me find the comment. There it is. Pin message. Okay, so for those of you that are over on YouTube, the link to enter to win the live prizes tonight is at the very top. If you're on Facebook, I posted that link about 30 minutes ago, so the link is already there. Okay, so the prizes tonight, we'll have 3 winners, okay? The first winner and the second winner will get to choose. The third one gets what's left over. Donna says her chick candy arrived yesterday. You're very welcome. Okay, so the first winner, like I said, the first and the second winner get to choose. So the choices are, option number 1 is 2 packs of cardstock or this Halloween Spells Designer Series paper. This is a full pack of paper that's cut to measure 6 by 12. So it's the entire pack, okay? So you can choose either 2 packs of cardstock or the Designer Series paper or the embellishment or one of these drawstring bags. Whichever one isn't chosen tonight, the other one will go back in the kitty for next week. Kitty. Okay, so those are the prizes, or the live chick candy, I should say. Now, normally I like to get busy stamping, but there is a lot to discuss tonight about specials. So before we make the card, I'm going to just go ahead and get all the specials announced immediately so that way I don't have to do it at the end because I might forget something. So I mentioned it last week that the August specials included the In Color products, the 2025 through 2027. So there's 15% off, okay? So there's that special. Then, let me hide that one. Where is it at? There we go. The next special is Celebration is going away. There'll be no more celebrations. So there is a sale on the 2025, this past year's products. There's also other items on the last chance list, like a lot. So when I looked at it this morning, I was very surprised. Yeah, I was like, wow. One other thing is I made a few of the Christmas drawstring bags, and I'm offering them. I think I have 4 left. So I announced them on Friday. I have 4 left, and it includes 2 tear and tape, 2 Stampin' Dimensionals, 2 mini glue dots, and 2 liquid glues, and this drawstring bag. All the details are over on my website. Like I said, I have 4 left. Once that's gone, these are gone. I'll be making more though, so not to worry, but for that pattern, that will be it. And is that it? Yep, I think that's it. So we'll cover chick candy and all that other stuff at the end. Okay? Any questions before we get started? Let's see. Oh, thank you, Mary Catherine. That's so nice. So Trina, this is your first time, so welcome. I'm happy to have you here. Sometimes I say we, but it's really just me, myself, and I, the 3 me's. Mary says, are the adhesive kits available? I have 4 left. Yep, 4. But I will be making other ones available later. So if you guys miss out, now that the Stampin' Up! Product sales are a little bit slower than normal, I'm going to start selling adhesive bundles with drawstring bags and fabric bags and what have you. So incorporating my love of sewing in with my Stampin' Up! Business. Hi, Katie. This is her first time. Welcome. I'm happy you're here as well. Anybody else? Any other new ones? So I normally make boxes, but tonight I'm making a fun fold card. So again, here's the card. It does fit in a standard envelope. We are using the cutouts tonight. I normally do all the stamping, but because this pack of paper includes these cutouts, why not use them, right? Okay. So I've got my packet ready here. Let me move this keyboard out of the way. We are going to have to do a little bit of die cutting on camera tonight. I don't normally do that. So our card base is basic gray, and this measures 8.5 by 5.5. And then the inside layer, this basic white layer, that measures 7.5 by 5.25. We've got 2 pieces of designer series paper that measures 4 by 5.25. 2 pieces that, those are not the same. Oh, I think I forgot to cut this one to measure 5 inches. These measure 2 by 5. Uh-oh, that teeny tiny trimmer does not go to 5. I'll trim that in a little bit. 1 piece of paper that measures 1 by 5. I've gone ahead and die cut the boo. And then 2 pieces of the Nested Essentials dies. This was die cut with the Nested Essentials dies. I'm messing that wording up, right? Okay, so step number 1 is we are going to score our card base. Now this is a fun fold card, so it's not made exactly like all other cards, right? So score that at 4 1/4. And then this one is going to get scored only on the 7 1/2 inch side at 4 inches and 6 1/4. We are done with our scoring, so I can put this away. Sorry, that made a lot of noise, didn't it? Okay, let's fold and burnish. So the baby doves have flown away. They disappeared. A couple days ago, I woke up. I went to check on them, which is the first thing I do every day. And they were gone. Lickety split, they were gone. Okay, so we're going to set this aside. You're going to take these 2 pieces of paper, and what you want to do is you only want to put adhesive on the outside edges. So if you're making this project with me right now, stop. Don't put adhesive in the middle because we're going to be die cutting that out, okay? So I'm going to use my silicone craft sheet. If you ever struggle with using the Stampin' Seal, I have found that if you use this, it helps. Yeah. There's a hair there. Okay, here we go. Well, okay. So just the outside edges. And we're going to do this, like I said, on both pieces. Now you can use tear and tape. So last night we used tear and tape. But I decided to use my Stampin' Seal tonight. Okay, there's that one. And now this one's going to get attached right here. Isn't that cat so funny? So same thing, just around the outside edge. I normally struggle with following directions during the... And it's not Kathy's fault. It's totally me. I normally have trouble following directions. I used to always joke and say that I don't stamp well with others, but it's just because I don't understand the instructions very easily. But Kathy did a great job. Yeah. Okay. So now the next step is we're going to take our die and we are going to cut out that center piece. And we're going to be using the leftover pieces, the pieces that are die cut, on the other part of the card. So I'm going to give you a little tip. If you have trouble cutting through multiple layers, because your die cutting machine might struggle with cutting through multiple layers, I'm going to show you, you're just going to use a piece of cardstock to create a shim. A shim, yep. The Mystery Stampin', Debbie, I'm so sorry. It's just for my team members. Yeah, we do it on our, on our Chicks Paper Ink Facebook group. So it's just for my team members. Yeah. We have pretty good attendance, but we're always looking for more to join us. But it is a team event. Okay, so I have my number 1 and my number 2. Okay, so 1 and 2, and then a piece of cardstock. And then I have my magnetic mat. If you don't have that, you're going to use your cutting plate, right? So now we're going to cut this out, and I want to tape that down so that it doesn't shift. Not that it would be the end of the world if we had a crooked space. It's paper crafting, right? But I don't want it crooked. It might be crooked anyway. So here's what I technically have to do to make sure I get it straight is I take it off the machine and then I place it there, make sure it's straight, and then I tape it down. And then I put it and run it through my machine. Now I might run it through the machine 2 times. So that's why that tape in place helps. I don't die cut with this machine anymore. Am I doing the wrong thing? Maybe I am. Hold on. And maybe I don't need the shim. Let's see. No, I'm not doing the wrong thing. I'm taking the shim out. I don't need the shim. This is why I've retired this machine and I go only to my, and I only use my electric one because I don't have the strength in my arms anymore. Yeah. Okay. So you know what? Just give me a second and I'm going to go use my electric one. So it's not going to be on camera, but y'all already know I can't ruin my arm. I already have. It'll just take me a second. Kathy said last night that her electric die cutting machine had officially kicked the bucket. Okay, so see, it did not go all the way through. So thankfully, I have it taped. And now I'm going to put that piece of cardstock back on there. And I'm going to go run it back through again. Because it's going through 4 layers. If we weren't cutting through so many of them, did it go through? I don't think it went all the way through. Okay, third time it's going to be a charm, right? So if you don't have an electric one, whew, it's going to take a lot of arm power. It looks like maybe it didn't get this upper corner. Or did it? I'm afraid. I'm afraid. You know what? Just to be on the safe side. Because if I take that little sticky note off and it's not cut, then I have to start all over. Row. Okay, here's this one. Here's this one. I don't want to rip my paper because we're using this stuff on the rest of this card, okay? So I went through the electric cutter 3 times, right? Yep, 3 times because I said third time's a charm. I have the Vagabond. Unfortunately, that one is no longer available. Someone a couple weeks ago said there is another one. And I'm so sorry, I don't remember the name of it. I want to say that maybe it was by Anna Griffith. Does my magnetic plate work? It does actually, yep. But guess what? It still works. It just is a little warped, right? Okay, so now that we've got these pieces, we're going to just set these aside along with all of our other layers. And what we're going to do next is we're going to attach. Okay, hold on a second. My allergies, it seems like every time when I go live, my nose starts to run. And I haven't been outside but like, I don't know, once today. So anyway, I don't know where I put my face at. There it is. Okay, I'm back. So what we're going to do now is attach this basic white layer. We had some pretty decent temperatures this past weekend, but it's fixing to get really hot again. Okay, there's that. So I'm just going to use my bone folder. Okay, next, let's open this up and look at it. So we're going to attach our designer series paper. And remember, one of these needs to be trimmed. This one. This is supposed to measure 2 by 5. I forgot to do that little trim there. Liquid glue. So last week I asked you guys about the live, or not the live, but the Chick Candy giveaway after the video is over. And I heard y'all loud and clear that it's a little bit too confusing. So guess what? We're going to change it back to the old way. I'm not going to show you the products yet or the stuff yet, but I'm just going to say I'm so sorry. I made it super confusing. So we'll go back to just leave a comment on the video after it's over and you'll automatically be entered to win. Yeah, I don't know why for some reason I just thought it was super confusing telling you all that, but we're changing it back. I do read y'all's comments. Okay, this one goes here. Now, I don't have a piece of paper for this strip right here. You can if you want to, but it's not really necessary. Okay, so now we're going to attach this piece. So remember, this was cut out of this layer. So we're going to attach, oh, it die cut it crooked. Look at it. That's okay. It's paper. So we only want to put adhesive right here, okay? So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive right there. And then the way that we line this up is we just put it right over that existing hole. And then we hold that for just a second. Yeah, and it would kind of be nice if you didn't talk about other demonstrators during my demonstration, right? Yeah. Just out of courtesy. Okay, pretty please with sugar on top. Okay, so now we want to add one of the designer series papers to the inside. Well, to line that up, what you do is you position this like this, and then you're going to lay it flat. And then when you raise this up, it's going to be positioned, okay? So what I'm going to do is pick this back up and line it up with this one, okay, like that. And I'm going to add my adhesive here. Okay, it might be a little bit crooked. So now these two pieces that I die cut in advance, one's going to go here and one's going to go here. This one is the only one that we're not using. So you can save this for another card. Okay, so we'll set that aside. And then we're going to go ahead and just attach this inside. Okay, come on, glue. There we go. I got my pre-order in. I have to tell you, it took a lot of thinking on my part. It took a lot of thinking. And of course, I ordered way too much. So there's a lot of demonstrators on here. And so if you're a customer of mine, you might be confused about what we ordered today. So as a demonstrator, we could pre-order from the new mini that goes live in September. So customers of mine, you have not missed anything. The holiday catalog is going live in September, the first week of September. Okay, so yeah, so demonstrators could pre-order today. We could also pre-order the online exclusives, but those two will not be available until September. So you're not missing out. And yes, Susan, I did order the gingerbread. Absolutely. Yep. Okay, so our card base is ready, right? It's done. So now we're going to decorate it. Okay. So like I said, I used the cutouts that come with the Designer Series paper. Do I have a favorite? You know, it's kind of hard to say. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say right now because sometimes okay, both of those are facing that way. I wanted this one to face the left. Not that it makes that much of a difference. Let's see. Is there another one that faces? Yeah, there we go. Not that you have to make it. It doesn't have to be the same way, but okay, so she's going to get popped up, but guess what? I need to do the greeting first because we have to kind of position her around this little bear. It's a bear, right? Yeah, it's a bear. So let me get the basic white cardstock. Where did I put it? Maybe I didn't even bring it, but that's okay. I got a drawer full right behind me. So I'm using basic gray ink. And the bundle that we're using tonight, well, yeah, I'm using Fright Night. So the Trick or Treat, and then the Boo is in this die set also. Okay, I had to think about that for just a second. Am I allowed to ask if it's all Christmas or is there also generic? There's generic sets, absolutely, and there's also fall and Thanksgiving. So yeah. No, you can ask lots of questions. I wish I could show you the product, but I cannot. We are not allowed. Okay, so there's that. Now, I know a lot of y'all don't like to fussy cut, but you kind of don't have a choice because this greeting doesn't fit unless you fussy cut it. So just embrace that it's going to be crooked and you want it to be crooked, right? So I'm just going around it as close as I can get to it without actually cutting into it, right? So if you look at, well, hold on, let me finish cutting it and then I'll show you. Because if you look at it real closely, it's extremely crooked. But it's supposed to be. And it's also Halloween, right? So if you were ever going to be crooked, Halloween would be the time. Okay. So now I need my silicone craft sheet again. So trick or treat. Ah, come here. It's hard to hold on to these little pieces. That's why you use your take your pick tool, right? Okay, so liquid glue. I'm just going to do a smear. It's almost time for a new one. By the way, this comes off. It just dries and you just wipe it off. It comes off very easily. What am I doing? I'm going to use my take your pick tool. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to do treat first. And I'm just going to attach it right here at the bottom. Can y'all see that? Yep. I'm trying to slide it. There we go. And then trick is going to go up here at the top. Now I'm going to attach her and then add the oar, because I kind of want to position it around her. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Looks like I got a piece of fuzz or something right there. Grr. Well, it's going to stay until it dries, and then I can wipe it off with the adhesive remover. Now we got to attach the boo. So while I've got the glue here, I'm just going to swipe a little bit of, basically you just kind of touch it down on there. You can use the adhesive sheets if you want to. I just don't. Okay, now what else did I do? Oh, on the inside, let me move this out of the way. I don't want to get that on myself. So on the inside, I used 2 more cutouts. You don't have to, or you could use, some of these candy corns, right? You don't have to use the same cutouts. In fact, yeah, let's just use a variety of candy corn. I'm trying to not make them symmetrical because you don't really want to make them symmetrical, right? Let's use up some of this glue since I have a bunch of it left over. So most of the time when we have these packs of Designer Series paper, you usually can choose between getting the cutouts and not getting the cutouts. But for the Halloween paper, it was automatic. You had to. So use them. Use them on your cards. Use them on your boxes. They're super cute. So for the embellishment, I used 2 of them. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but I was quite proud of myself last night. So I kind of wanted to do something different. I don't know if you can see that. So these little, let's see, can you see it? They're glittery. So I used the iridescent pearls on top of the Starburst sequins. See? So there's like a teeny tiny hole in the middle. And I thought, well, why not put a pearl right in the middle? Okay, so the placement of the sequins. And then I use the iridescent petunia ribbon, but you could use the other one, and I'll show you that in a minute because I forgot that we had the other one because its product is now available. How do I say this? So in the past, our product used to be available until it retired, and then it was gone. but then sometimes it would show back up on the last chance list. Well, now our product is removed from the catalog, but then it's available still until it sells out. So it's not in a publication, but it's still available until it's gone. Does that make sense? Did I word that right? Hopefully when I watch the video back later, I don't say, oh, I goofed that up. Okay, look how cute that is. It's hard to see because it's all shiny. Our final step is the ribbon. So this is our last year's Petunia Pop ribbon, which was in the annual catalog, which it's no longer there because it's been replaced, right? But you could use this ribbon if you have it. So we'll see which one we like better. I was really struggling with this ribbon last night, and you can see it keeps coming untied. So I might actually prefer this one. That one works too. It's bigger. And then, I don't know. You know what? I don't even have to tie the other one because I'm going to go with this one. I'm just going to trim it a little bit more because you can already see the other one. You know what it looks like. I think I've cut my ribbon now too short. Here's the thing. My scissors need to be sharpened. I have used these things for years. I could just buy a new pair and not tell y'all that. Actually, the shop that I go to, my Kimberbell classes, they actually sharpen scissors. So I'm happy about that. They need sharpening because they've been fabulous for years and years and years, but now all of a sudden they're struggling a little bit. So they just need to get sharpened. Okay, so let's see how that works. Make sure it opens and closes properly. Get the ribbon off her face. Okay, so they look pretty identical, except my oar is kind of straight and this one was at an angle. I kind of like the angle better. That was probably a mistake last night, right? Okay, that part, identical, with the exception of different cutouts. You know, that's one of the reasons why. So Debbie says she's not sure she's talented enough. Let me just tell you, I usually, like last month, I didn't even make the card because I was so lost and confused. But last night, I wasn't even going to make the card. So I'm letting y'all know a little secret. I wasn't even going to make it. I was sitting here watching. And when she got to the spot where she cut out the center here, I'm like, I think I can do that. So I jumped out of my chair and I went and got a bunch of supplies really quick. And I didn't know where my stamp set was. So this was on the edge of my desk with these cutouts. And I'm like, oh, that's perfect because it'll fit. So this white piece here, I had sitting on my desk because I always have like leftover cutouts, you know. So I had this sitting on my desk. I had these white pieces on my desk, and it just all came together so nicely. But normally that's not the case. Okay, so let's discuss. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys like it. I love it. And I know some of y'all don't like the cutouts because you're not a scrapbooker, but you know, you can use them on boxes, and there's some really cute cutouts in here too. Like this guy. He's cute. Oh, and I wanted to show you really quickly. So this pack of paper is really awesome. One of the pieces of Designer Series paper has all these guys. And guess what? All you got to do is fussy cut them. So there's that bear. Here's this bird. Here's this little piggy. And then here's these crows. right? And all you got to do is fussy cut them. So this pack of paper is really, really awesome. Even with the cutouts and without the cutouts, right? Yeah, I love them. So I'm just throwing these in with the cutouts because I fussy cut them in advance. Okay. Your free PDF will be available tomorrow on my blog. It'll have all the measurements because I don't know that I gave you most of the measurements, but the supply list, the measurements, everything. Jill says, where did I get the container? Which container? Are you looking for this one? I will make sure I post that tomorrow. I have every week, y'all see me with a different container. And as you can see, they're all different sizes. So I'll make sure that I post the link for the glue dots, the cutouts. Now this one comes in a big, huge clear box because it's for organizing your photos. So this is a photo organizer box. It comes in a container and they all fit in there. I'd be happy to give you the link to that too, okay? But yeah, I'll post it on my website. If you don't see it tomorrow, you're welcome to email me. But yeah, I'll make sure I give you the link to all those. I love my clear containers. What was it the other day? I had something else. Oh, I keep all my basic white die cuts now also in a clear container like this size because we're always using white, right? Okay, so let me show you the winner for last week's Chick Candy. The winner was, I believe, Karen, right? Okay, so Karen, congrats. You are the winner for last week's Chick Candy. Use this QR code to fill out the form, and I will mail it to you ASAP. Okay, here's the link. You can use your phone to take a picture, or you can use your phone to scan that QR code. Now, this week's Chick Candy is this, and I'm going to show that to you now. Let me slide this over. So the drawstring, well, let me move this over. Let me make this smaller. How about that? So this drawstring bag, a pack of black Stampin' Dimensionals. That's what we use tonight is the black for Halloween. A pack of the iridescent pearls. We also use those tonight on top of the little sequins. And then this is a full pack of last year's Halloween Designer Series paper. And I've just cut it to measure 6 by 12. So you can see there's the whole pack cut 6 by 12. But again, this is last year's paper. I have an abundance of it, so I'm giving that away. So the way that you enter to win, we're going back to the old way, okay? Is the minute this video is over, the comment section is open. Just leave a comment on this video. You have until August 11th to leave a comment, and I will announce the winner next Tuesday. So super simple. All you got to do is hop over to YouTube if you're not already there and leave a comment on this video on week 3 of the 12 weeks of Halloween. Okay? That's it. Super simple. Okay, so now I'm just going to answer some questions and try to look back and see if there's any others. I do want to remind you about the 3 sales or the 2 sales. So the celebration items, the August special, and what was the other item? Oh, and then my adhesive bags, my drawstring bags. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, we got to do the drawing. Susie, you're so funny. Okay, so let me get the prizes. I almost forgot to do the live prizes, didn't I? A recap before we do this. Winner number 1 and number 2 will get to choose, and then the third winner will get what's left, okay? So you've got about 1 minute to get your entry in. And I'm going to hop over there and then I'll share my screen and draw the winner. Okay? Get my Post-it note ready for the winner. I need my keyboard. Okay. And I need my mouse. So I'm just going to copy all the names real quick. And I'll tell you how many people entered to win. We have 205 entries. And I'm just going to download them now. Today's date is 8/5. Save. Okay. So here we go. I got to expand this window. Okay, so Command C. Command V. Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen and we will start the drawing. Let me turn the... Uh-oh, I didn't even realize that the... Oh, okay, give me just a second. I just saw Karen's comment that she was excited she won. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I'm double talking, right? What am I doing? Oh, I'm sharing my screen. So be deciding if your name is drawn what you want, right? Because you only have a couple minutes. Okay, share screen. Okay, can y'all see it? Okay, here we go. Congrats, Robin. So, Robin, I need to know which item you want. You can choose cardstock, embellishment, or the drawstring bag. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. Okay, so Robin, you guys help me look for Robin's comment. Oh yeah, I forgot to say if you would give me a thumbs up, right? Robin, my handwriting is truly like ChicnScratch. Robin, you get to choose either one of these drawstring bags, a couple packs of cardstock, or the designer series paper, or the embellishment. So it is 7:48. You got 2 minutes to let us know. And if not, we'll draw another name. That sounds so mean, doesn't it? Sorry. And there is a little bit of a lag. I saw a thumbs down. That literally just popped up. Yeah. I should do a better job of writing this. There you go. Okay, whoever left the thumbs down changed it to a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I know sometimes it's the fingers. You want the blue, are you asking for the blue bag, Robin? Are you asking for the birds? Okay, you got it. So I'm just going to need your address. I'll give that link in just a minute. So actually, I'm going to open this up and put your name in there and take out the tissue paper. I put tissue paper in there because they photograph better with paper in them. So now let me share my screen again and draw the next name. Here we go. Lydia? Congrats. So which item would you like? I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. Is it still sharing? Okay, that's weird. That's so strange. Y'all are still there, right? There we go. User error. Okay, so Lydia, you get to choose between the embellishment or 2 packs of cardstock or the designer series paper. So you get embellishment, DSP, or 2 packs of cardstock. Yes, congrats, Lydia. I just need to know which item you would like. The plastic envelopes that you had jewels in. Okay, I need to remember to give you the link to that as well. Yes. You want the cardstock. Okay, so just let me know which 2 colors. So our final winner will get the embellishment. You know what? I'll let the final winner get the embellishment or the designer series paper. Okay? Yeah. So let me share my screen again. Wrong one. Oops. Now share my screen. Okay, remove her name. Linda M. So what I'm going to do really quick is go look at my form and see Linda M's name, okay? So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Oops. I'm having the hardest time with buttons tonight, aren't I? Okay, y'all are still there, right? She said black and red. So that would be Black and Poppy Parade, okay? I'm going to put Black and Poppy. Aren't these Post-it notes so cute? We have a really awesome store. Okay, Linda M., if you know who you are, let me know which item you want, the designer series paper or the embellishment. She wants a designer series paper. So I was just going to go really quick confirm that. Yep, you are who you say you are. Okay, so Linda wants the paper. So this we'll put this one back up for next week. Okay. Congrats to all 3 of our winners tonight. And if you did not win tonight, or even if you did, don't forget, you still have an opportunity to win the regular chick candy that is available to everyone that leaves a comment on this video when it's over. So here's a recap of the chick candy that will be available as soon as I sign off. Yeah. Okay, any last minute questions before I sign off? And I'll be here again next Tuesday, same time, same place. We'll be having or doing week 4 of the 12 weeks of Halloween. Let's see. Kathy, again, thank you so much for the beautiful, awesome mystery card design. Yeah, I'm just happy that I was able to successfully do it. I struggle with instructions a lot of times. Okay. what I'll do is I will look at the comments later when I'm eating dinner. That's kind of what I do. I put my headphones on and I eat dinner and replay the video and look at the comments. You're very welcome. I forgot to give the link for the prizes, didn't I? Okay, so let me post the link really quick. That was a really important step. Chick Candy claim form. Here we go. Copy, because I do need y'all's address. So I've posted it in the chat box. So there's the claim form. And then, let's see, can I copy and paste here? Oh, you have a great week too. Yeah, I hope all of y'all have a great week. Okay, here's the form, but it's in teeny tiny font. There we go. Okay, so it's ChicnScratch.com claim-chick-candy. And if you have any trouble, just email me. Yeah, and there's the link in the chat box. And if I did not answer your question tonight, and you had one if I missed it, you can send me an email. I'll put my email up here real quick. If I can find it. There we go. Here it is. Okay, here's my email. If I did not answer your question or if I can help you with anything, there it is. Any last minute questions before I sign off? Thank you guys. You're very welcome. Hopefully you guys liked that I did a card. I know I normally do boxes for the 12 weeks of Halloween, but like I said, people give cards for Halloween too, right? Yeah. You're very welcome. Okay, you guys have a great night and a great week. See you later. Thank you.